keeping track of where your leads come from is a really important part of growing your business. It's really important for a couple reasons. First of all, knowing where your business comes from can be really helpful in determining how much time and energy you want to invest in different sources. So if you're seeing a lot of your transaction coming from open house business, then you really want to focus your efforts on open houses. If more of your business is coming from your sphere, then maybe backing away from the open houses makes more sense and focusing more on your sphere. By keeping track of where your business is coming from, keeping track of leads and which transactions are closing, it can be really helpful to you in knowing where to invest your time and energy. Another important reason for keeping track of your leads is for follow-up purposes. So if you know who you've talked to and when you talked to them and what you talked about, then you'll be way more effective at communication than if you just hope for the best in terms of your memory. So keep track of those leads, keep track of when you're talking to people, what you're chatting about. The more personal you can make each conversation, the better off you'll be, and the more likely people will want to work with you. You want to work with somebody who knows you and knows your needs. So personalize each conversation and then keep some notes after every conversation so you know when you follow up what you talked about and what to update your clients on. We have a couple really great tools for doing these tracking. So the first one here is the Greatness Tracker. And if you take a look, the way this sheet works, there's a few different pieces. So the columns across the top are the days of the week. And then along the side are the interactions that you might have with your sphere, your database, new leads. So you can see here face-to-face appointments. With the core, which is the coaching program that I've mentioned in the past, they recommend about 15 face-to-face appointments every week. So this is broken down so that you have 3 face-to-face appointments each day to equal 15. Typically what people do with these is write in the name of the person or the contact that they talked with. So if you met with me, Hannah, on Monday at 10 o'clock, then maybe you would write in there, Hannah Wilmer, coffee on Monday for your first face-to-face. Then at the end of the week, there's a space here for you to write in exactly how many of each meetings you had. So if you had 20, then you could write 20 there. If you had 5, then that blank space is there for you to keep track. The other categories then, there's face-to-face appointments, which is typically anyone that you chat with as long as it's not on the phone. So if you're at a networking event and you talk to 5 or 10 people, then that's 5 or 10 face-to-faces. The next row there is the break breads. That means that you intentionally called someone, met with them one-on-one, and typically there's a meal involved. So as you can see, the course suggests fewer of those just because it tends to be a more lengthy conversation and it takes a little more time out of your day, more personal attention. The next section here, the largest section, is for great phone calls. So it's broken down there, you can see with leads, referral partners, past clients, and current clients. So some suggestions of who you might want to call on a daily basis or on a weekly basis to help equate those 60 phone calls. The next row is seminars attended. So we recommend, the core also recommends that you keep up on your learning. So attend some seminars, learn some new information about the business each week. Then there's a place to track below that the hours that you prospected each week, and then a chance to track thank you cards sent. So like I mentioned before, when you have face-to-face appointments, it's really important that you send a thank you card after. That personal touch is key. It will really set you apart from other people they meet with. So there's a place here to keep track of those. And then below, the number of leads that came out of the face-to-face appointments, the break breads, the great phone calls, and the hours prospected. So if any of those meetings converted to leads, then go ahead and mark that in that column. And then the deals would be the number of closings that you had during that time period. Another great tool that we found works for tracking is what's called the accounts pyramid. This tool is really more for referral partnerships, so to keep track of where your referral business is coming from and who you really want to be networking with the most. So at the bottom here are prospects who you might consider making a referral partner. So this could be like maybe it's a business owner that you met with over the last couple weeks. You think that they know quite a few people and might be able to refer you some business. So they would you'd put their name then down at the bottom under prospects. Then once you start to break that trust barrier and really get to know them, then you can move them up into the next top 50 category. So, and the top 50 group would be anyone who's referred you some leads or has closed up to 3 deals total. So typically this is over a year. So if someone sent you 3 closings in the last year, then they should definitely be in your top 50 in terms of who you're networking with. And then the way this works is the more leads that are referred to you, the more closings that come from each lead source, then they begin to move up, or each referral partner, I should say. Then that referral partner begins to move up the pyramid. So under accounts, then that would be a referral partner who's sending you at least 1 closing every quarter. Then the channel accounts would be a referral partner who's sending you 1 closing per month. You can see that then the channel accounts would be the ones that you're networking with the most because they're sending you the most business. If you have any questions about how to track your leads or where to keep track of communication with your leads, let me know. I'm happy to help.